Yeah, people, you don't know. From your ear the voice, you know it's Zane, alongside the people's favorite.
You don't know a JRP, everyone's favorite.
Yeah, man, JRP. Before we even jump into the season review of the English Premier League, I want to first say congratulations again to Manchester City for winning the FA Cup.
City fans, big up on yourself, big up for winning the FA Cup as well. One more trophy if you go now.
Yeah, one more.
Champions. One if they can pull it off.
I think they can pull it off.
And definitely big up yourself to the same because you win the Fantasy Premier League in our section.
Yeah, man.
Yourself as
yeah, man. Respect, man. Respect. I think that is probably something we can, invite people listening in the community.
Definitely.
Here, whenever EPL starts back, we might host a Fantasy Premier League tournament. No, just make we know how it sounds still, people. If you're interested in the Fantasy Premier League aspect of the English Premier League, just let us know in the comment section.
Just jump in the comment section.
Yeah, but JRP, like we're going to review the entire English Premier League season that was.
That was.
Let's, bittersweet as it may be, let's kick it off with the player of the season.
Well, officially, we are no Alan Giggs, sorry.
Yeah.
But there's quite a few other players that consistency were also outstanding as well. One of them, me going back, man, with the Arsenal jersey, the man of the captain, Martin Odegaard.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Odegaard all season has been voted as, well, not voted, but was hailed as the best midfielder of the season.
Yeah, very consistent.
Yeah, he was consistent, even if he wasn't scoring, he was assisting, he was pulling the string. But one of my players of the season is definitely Martinelli.
Martinelli, yes.
Martinelli, yeah, man. He's improved dramatically, right? Drastic improvement from the season before this season, where he was one of the leading scorers for us, as well as leading assister.
And he got rid of the little injury problem that was bugging him.
Yes.
Even though him in the season are interested.
Right. But I mean, honorable other mentions, don't know. What about Martinez? Leandro Martinez.
Oh, that was Manchester a buy for Manchester United. That guy loved defending.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, when you see a player of his stature coming into the English Premier League, because he's what, 5'5" or 5'4"?
I know him pretty short and aggressive.
Yeah, man. Extremely aggressive. I mean, that was a good signing. I think Manchester United fans, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would put Martinez as the player of the season up there with Rashford for Manchester United.
That's interesting.
I mean, yeah, the reason I said Rashford is the amount of goals Rashford scored this season. It's been his best scoring season.
Yes, man. No lies there.
And I mean, another honorable mention, Rodri for Manchester City.
Yeah, early on in the season, there was this big debate who was the best defensive midfielder in the English Premier League. Was it Casemiro or was it Thomas Partey? And the debate go back and forth, while Rodri was there just flying on the radar.
Yeah, he was quietly going about his job.
And doing his business.
I mean, in a City team like that, players are easily overlooked, especially if you're not like the likes of the Haaland, the Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah, but this guy really, he stood out. He was very consistent. Next to Edinson, his name was always on the team sheet.
My final honorable mention would be Gundogan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That guy knows to turn up, right?
Yeah, he definitely knows how to turn up. He's a big game performer.
Yes, especially we saw what he did in the FA Cup as well.
Yes, definitely turned up for City this season.
Can't argue with that.
But who you think overall now is the best signing of the season?
The best signing of the season, easily,
Haaland. Yeah, without a doubt. But
without even thinking twice.
What about the likes of Akanji?
Oh, that's an important buy, right? Didn't expect him to operate that well.
Yeah, I didn't. You know, when normally players come into a new league, you give them a season to adjust and adapt.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah,
he just fitting like glue.
Definitely. No, the man who I think single-handedly, or one of the players that single-handedly saved the Nottingham Forest.
Right? With his goals.
Awani, is that how his name's pronounced?
Yes, something like that.
I mean, again, if we butcher the name, people, we apologize. And if you know the pronunciation, pronunciation, leave it in the comment.
Where
But
would Nottingham Forest be without it?
relegated, without a doubt, they would be relegated.
You really step up, especially final sets of games, and led this team to safety, and that's what they want from a player of his caliber. We can only now imagine what he will do next season.
Yeah, one of the biggest unsung heroes, and I have to give him prop, is the likes of Willian and
Yes.
Bert Leno, Fulham.
When he was leaving Arsenal, many people thought that was the end of Leno.
Especially going to a Fulham team with a
that is
reputation they have.
in the Yo-Yo club. And he went there, and this is the thing. We know that Leno is a good shot stopper.
Yeah,
We know that.
excellent shot stopper.
It's just that the other part of his game are pretty much playing out from back. And that's a next story. But he went down to Fulham and he pulled up some outstanding save.
Yeah, I mean, look, he marshaled the defense. Fulham became more solid. They always could score a goal or two, but they were always known for conceding way
Yes.
more. So I think him securing the defense was a vital catalyst to them staying up or finishing
And it
that
was a
high.
smart buy as well.
Yeah, man, really smart buy. Now, we have also now Joe Paulino. He was also really instrumental. You know, we can't discuss the best signings of the season without talking about the biggest flops of the season. I know
There's so
everybody,
much.
and everybody will have their opinion on who's the biggest flop of the season.
The
But
biggest.
let me hear who you think is the two biggest flop of the season, yeah.
Mr. Richarlison.
Without
is
a
in
doubt.
First place. I mean,
Yeah.
I had high hopes for Richarlison when he was going to top.
Yes, I mean, as a Brazil
High
fan,
hopes.
so did I.
Yes, and the previous season we saw him leading the Everton line, getting important goals and keeping Everton. So
Yeah.
going to top now, playing alongside Harry Kane, Sunday saying, yes, Richarlison bound to explode now. But
I mean, the Tottenham Hotspur fans, you know, once Richarlison got signed, basically said they won the season, they won the transfer window.
and along with Bissouma as well, Bissouma is probably in the top 5, but Bissouma
Yeah.
could double flop as well.
Yeah, you could definitely call him a flop as well.
But the number one for me, Chelsea fans, there's so much there. But number one, Modric.
I was gonna say the whole Chelsea team. No, Chelsea fans, you know I'm just messing around. But I have to agree with JRP. Modric has been the biggest flop of the season.
Yes, a guy that was wanted to destroy the English Premier League.
Yeah, man, future Ballon d'Or winner. Not saying that he won't win the Ballon d'Or.
In this season, not a chance, not a chance. And he has company as well with Nunes.
Listen, I honestly think if you put the Nunes in front of the goal without the goalie, the ball at his foot, chances are it's still a 50-50 with him missing.
They're still young, but my God.
He has the speed, you know, he has the power, but finishing wise, we normally make fun of Lukaku about his foretouch, but this guy has a good first touch. Cannot finish. So what happened to the likes of, you know, the Mark Cucurella?
That Mark Cucurella is just embarrassing.
I mean, this guy, he went to Chelsea, you know, Graham Potter basically knew him well, had faith in him, but some poor displays, and then all of a sudden he was in and out the Chelsea team.
Yeah, because he was just very poor.
Now, I'm going to tell you my biggest flop of the season. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you why Aubameyang gets the biggest flop of the season for me. In the last game that he played against Arsenal, you know, and even the first one, it was hyped up. That commercial that was made. I don't know if the listeners remember that commercial.
Yeah, man, I remember the commercial.
All right. In total, between the two games, Aubameyang probably had maybe 10, let's say 10 touches. And most of those touches was from kickoff.
I'm still confused why he came back to the English Premier League when he
Money.
was really, but I would assume that he was getting money at Barcelona, was actually scoring over Barcelona. He looked like he was enjoying his ball once again.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
I find it hard to explain.
Very confusing move for me, but you're desperately running down for the last big paycheck.
Yeah, probably. I mean, maybe he doesn't want to go China or Saudi Arabia like a lot of players.
But at the rate, that's what's happening with his career. He's going over there on a first class ticket. Or maybe MLS.
I mean, who says that anybody in MLS or Saudi Arabia is going to want to buy Aubameyang?
But that's the thing, he's not linked to any club.
Yes. Flop of the season, right there, Aubameyang.
Yes. And don't forget Jesse Lingard as well. I mean, I think he should retire from Barcelona.
Mr. Milliwap.
Yeah, he should retire.
I don't know. This guy had so much potential.
And it's all gone down the drain. You think he can bounce back?
Probably not in the English league. You know, if he goes somewhere else, hopefully he can go somewhere else and rekindle some of that farm.
Just like Aubameyang, who is linking with Jesse Lingard?
Yeah, I don't see anybody buying him. Jesse Lingard's career reminds me of what's that Tottenham player again? Dele Alli.
Dele Alli, bright futures.
Yeah, I don't know where Dele Alli is right now, but nobody wants Dele Alli. I think the last club he was canceled his contract halfway through the season.
Wasn't that, where was that again? I think it was in Italy or somewhere like that.
Yeah, man, it was in one of the European leagues.
Yeah. Listeners, if you know where he was, just drop it in the comments.
Because that's what Lingard reminded me.
Great potential, but just didn't live up.
Just didn't live up to it. I mean, even Everton had to let go of Dele Alli.
Yeah, that's how bad it was.
That's so bad it was. I mean, we can also say Danny Ings as well, but my excuse for Danny Ings,
age catching up with him.
Yeah, age caught up with him.
Danny Ings should just stay at one. Just stay at one. Just ride out with that.
Yeah, because the move to Villa didn't really help him.
No, it didn't help. Villa went through, that transition, Gerrard, Emery, at one time they were at the relegation.
Yeah.
Watkins in Richfield, farm. So nothing right there really helped his card. But I'm going to throw in the Arsenal, man. You know which Arsenal, man?
As flop of the season. Yeah, man. I know which Arsenal, man.
Vieira himself.
Yeah.
I don't see the purpose of Vieira, even when Vieira starts. Vieira doesn't offer anything to Arsenal.
Yeah, he's not. He's not up to speed with the league yet. Definitely.
I mean, hypothetically, I just said I know they won't sell him. They should sell Vieira now. I wouldn't even feel out.
Yeah, because it wouldn't be like a missing piece. It wouldn't be like you're losing one of your key players.
Exactly. I just can't have a good memory with Vieira in the Arsenal side.
It wouldn't even be like losing a Granit Xhaka.
We should have just kept Willock.
Yeah, I agree. Because Willock has had a way better season than Vieira.
Better season.
Who tell me? Oh, maybe some of these flops can turn it around next season.
Well, possibly out of them, I can see Modric turning things around. Nunes as well. Not too sure about Richarlison.
Funny that you mentioned Gerrard earlier, because this season saw a record of 15 managers getting sacked.
Yeah, man. You remember when you usually watch Oprah said, you get a gift, you get a gift, you get a gift. Managers were getting fire, you getting fire.
It's a pink slip.
Yes, everyone here was on the chopping block at some point.
No, of all 15 of these managers that got fired, who do you think was the worst of the bunch?
Easily, Steven Gerrard.
Without a doubt.
Easily, Steven Gerrard.
Without a doubt.
Gerrard seemed last.
He was out of his depth. He was really out of his depth.
When I hear him link him with the Aston Villa job, I was like, nah, Aston Villa don't need Gerrard.
And it shows because look at the surge after Gerrard.
And the thing about it, he had good potential of players working with. And he just couldn't deliver.
I'm gonna tell you who's a close second to Gerrard.
Frank Lampard. Jesus.
Yeah, Frank Lampard.
The two England duo.
Yes, the English midfield. Frank Lampard is a
both were great players, but both are very, very horrible managers.
And honestly, I would put Frank Lampard first. And I'm gonna tell you why.
That's too harsh.
I'm gonna tell you why I would put Frank Lampard first.
Why?
Frank Lampard was at Chelsea, right? Not doing a thing and got fired.
Yes.
Right? Then he came back to Chelsea and what did he do? Not a thing.
He won one match.
One out of played 12?
I mean, at one point, it was showing that he hasn't won in 16 games.
All right. I mean, you are definitely the worst manager of the season. No, I tell you why Chelsea didn't fire him again. It would have just looked bad.
What would be the sense of firing him?
And that's why Chelsea didn't fire him. To get fired twice from the same club, right? That would have been, in one season, that would have been history. So I think Frank Lampard, worse than Gerrard.
Worse than Gerrard.
Yeah, man.
Right. So first and second.
Second.
Third for me.
Yeah.
Jesse March. What was he doing?
He was making a US men's national team.
It seemed like he just bring American vibes, come over and just totally lose it.
That's what happened. He was
Jesse March just seemed like the hype man for the touchline.
Yes. I cannot defend Jesse Man.
No,
None of
no
those
one
three I
can.
can't defend.
None whatsoever.
No, I'm gonna throw another name in the hat, and people in the community, if you agree with this one, let me know. This may be a little bit controversial, but hey, why not? Antonio Conte.
Oh yes, Anthony Conte deserved to be in there. Not for his lack of ability of being manager or coaching,
Right.
but his poor leadership skills. This
Yes.
man came out and complained about everything underneath the sun.
Listen, Antonio Conte, people, if you watch his press conferences, that is the way to quit a job without quitting a job.
Exactly. 101.
Yeah, that is the way, quitting a job without quitting, to make sure that you get paid.
And I must admit, I lose some respect for it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
We know that Tottenham is flat, but show little dignity.
Some class.
Show some class. Yeah, I mean, you are the captain of the ship, right?
Yeah.
They gave you the responsibility to take a job. You already know all of the faults that were there. And maybe behind closed door, and let me say maybe you and Mr. Levy come to agreement that we're never going to deal and we're going to do this, that, and we know things never seem to go to planning.
Yeah, the manner in which he carried himself during the press conference.
It was very boyish, and
Yeah,
it was disgusting. It was immature of him.
I agree. He's definitely one of them up there as worst manager.
Yeah, it was a situation of don't blame me, blame the owners.
Blame the owners and the players and the ground staff.
And the lady that sell out at the gate.
Yeah, the lady that sell out at the gate. No, another controversial one. Graham Potter.
Potter, or Mr. Harry Potter, the magician of the league.
You know what made it even worse for Potter is he had built a dynasty at Brighton. Left for opportunity at Chelsea. Then Brighton's replacement in De Zerbi did such an excellent job that people in Brighton right now are going, Potter who?
Potter who? And qualify them for you.
Yeah.
While Potter just embarrassed.
Yeah, his reign, his tenure at Chelsea, it was becoming embarrassing. I mean, if you see them having to resort to firing him and going back to a manager in Frank Lampard that they had previously fired, that is worse than him.
Listeners, I think it was a joke. His own players were calling him Harry Potter.
Yeah, oh yes. I mean, I definitely put Graham Potter's reign at Chelsea as one of the worst.
It is hurt because we know that Potter, very good manager, saw his work at Brighton and before Brighton as well. Was at Swansea, right? Swansea?
Yeah.
It was at one. But the thing about Zane, you and I know that even though Chelsea have and owners, their reputation of keeping manager and long term is just rather short. Potter wouldn't get the amount of time that he needed.
Exactly. Another controversial one, and this one I can defend. Right, is Ralph Hasenhuttl. I'm gonna tell you why I can defend this. This guy was basically setting up the culture, setting up the youth system, right? No investment, and basically just trying to do it by himself.
Yeah.
Out the lot, I can find a defense for him, right? The rest, I can't defend whatsoever.
How many managers in Southampton have something like 3?
I think 3. Yeah, I think it's 3. Like we said, people, it was 15 managers that got fired. Some just, some unjust. Like the likes of the Patrick Vieira, unjust. Thomas Tuchel from Chelsea.
Yeah, that was just a poor decision by the Chelsea.
Yeah, very poor decision. But it made for an interesting season.
Very much so.
No, we're moving from the 15 that got fired, or the worst of the 15 got fired. We have to give mention to who we think have been the top 5 managers of the season.
Well, let me put Mr. Guardiola to the side because we all know he's number 1, and let's focus on some others.
So the runner-up.
Yes, the runner-up.
Pep's number 1.
And for me, and he's your boy as well, Mr. Eddie Howe.
Definitely.
He has literally transformed that Newcastle.
Yeah, man. JRP, even last season when he took charge and we saw the improvements, who would have guessed that Newcastle would have made Champions League this season?
No, they are one of the unexpected team that this season. And you have to give credit. Big credit.
All right. So we have Eddie Howe in the runner-up spot.
Mm-hmm.
Who next year have in your top 5?
I will give it to Arteta.
Yeah.
Behind Eddie Howe. Again, even though finished above Eddie Howe in the team, but this was another unexpected surprise as well with Arteta. The reason why I put him below Eddie Howe, because he should have found some way, because you're leading the league for more than 100 and something years, only to lose it in the end.
The memories.
Yes, so that's why I placed him below. But many of us didn't give Arsenal the chance break in the top four,
Yeah, I mean,
fighting for the title.
people, and again, you can always correct us if we're wrong, but if you go back and you watch all the pundits, all the top commentators, everybody that did their podcasts, reporters, nobody in the footballing world gave Arsenal a chance of finishing even sixth.
And that in itself is a big achievement by Arteta and the Arsenal players. And like I said, maybe I know we lose some players due to injury and poor form.
Yeah.
I think Arteta should shoulder a lot of the blame. Find ways of at least even getting a draw against the likes of City rather than playing the team we are consistently against them. We see where Eddie came to the Emirates and played negative ball, and even myself bash it. But
Yeah.
But in the end, he have to find a solution because he knows that if he should play that kind of way that he wants to play, there's a high chance that Arsenal might just flood them. Why run that risk?
And this is what we hope Arteta will take into, moving forward.
Yeah, moving forward in next season. I don't know if it's a thing of pride. I really don't know. But there will become a time when the opponent is much stronger than us, and then we just have to just hit a lock shot. I just play a way that we just don't want to play.
Especially playing in the Champions League this season again. Honestly, I miss the theme song. I have missed the Champions League theme song.
Well, back to Wednesday night football again.
Yes, Tuesdays and Wednesdays. No more Thursdays. With the final two managers to complete your top five, who you putting in your top five?
Marco Silva.
Yeah, cannot argue with that. Definitely.
We didn't expect.
Listen,
I don't know if you expect, but I didn't expect.
For one, I didn't expect Fulham to stay up. Two, I didn't expect Fulham to even finish. All right, you stay up, cool. I didn't expect Fulham to finish that high in the table.
We didn't expect, and that was brilliant by him. Tell the truth.
Yeah.
They didn't lose each other. They could have finished much higher up in the table.
Yeah, man, definitely could have gotten a European spot.
So I'm intrigued to see what he will do next season with additional players.
All right, and your last spot.
You know what I say? The last
spot, it definitely, I think it has to be Emery. Because it can only come down to two. Either Emery or De Zerbi.
I'm giving it a title both of them.
All right. We accept. Both managers have worked miracles.
For Emery to pull Aston Villa from where they were finishing in a Europa, that is just brilliant. We didn't expect that.
No, none at all. Listen, anybody said that after Gerrard left, Villa would have bounced back that well? Nah, nobody would have believed that.
Nobody would have. But I will keep it a time.
So, continuing on with our season's review. Now, this one is going to be a bit personal for everybody. And this is where I want to see people in the comment section turn up and let us know what was your best goal of the season.
Oh,
there were some world-class goals scored.
There were some stunner.
What was your best goal of the season, Derek?
Erling Haaland versus Southampton.
This guy has a highlight reel by himself.
With 38 goals.
Yeah, man. He has a highlight reel for himself.
But believe it was something like there was 21 passes that led to that goal. So it was a magnificent build-up.
All right. I'm going to tell you my goal of the season. My goal of the season comes from Reece Nelson. That
one that ripped up the Emirates.
Yes. Honestly, I don't know how the Emirates Stadium didn't collapse after that goal went in. What I love with that goal is, remember, it was the last second. His composure, the technique, everything about that goal. That was the goal of the season for me.
He even won the Premier League Game Changer of the Season award.
Deserved. Well deserved.
How did he know to just hit it there?
Yeah.
And the reaction from the players, every players were pretty much doing their own thing.
Yeah, man.
And Saliba kicking the flag.
Everybody was shocked. I think Odegaard was holding his hair. Everybody was shocked when that one flew into the back of the net. The Jorginho one, what kind of take a little bit of the shine off of it, the fact that it hit Martinez. Yeah, hit Martinez, and when that was a strike as well. My honorable mention though was the Yuri Tillemans volley against Wolves. You need 6 goalies and you probably still wouldn't get there.
And I'm definitely putting Mr. Cody Gakpo against Manchester United. United got hammered on that day.
Yeah, no. As we talk about hammered on the day, people again, the community, please let us know what is your best match of the season. I know Manchester United fans won't put the game against Liverpool, and I know Chelsea fans won't really have anything to put in the comments.
Why? Chelsea fan must can't find.
Well, Chelsea fans, if you can find one, I want to definitely know what is your best game of the season. JRP, which game you putting as the best game of the season for you?
Liverpool 7, Manchester United nil.
Without hesitation.
Without hesitation.
Why?
I wanted it to be 8. You remember a couple seasons ago when they gave us that 8?
Yep. I can never forget that.
I know we were the side that was dishing out the revenge. Felt extra sweet seeing Man getting hammered like that.
And I'm gonna tell you why that game or that defeat was extra sweet. It's the fact that prior to that loss to Liverpool at 7, they said that they were in the title race. They were the team on form. Right? Yeah. And they were the team gunning for it. I guess all physics majors or physics people know what happens when they say an unstoppable force meets an immovable object.
Yes, if you were betting man on that day, man, I every time Manchester United,
you lose everything. I mean, even if you bet on the score.
But that was one of the best match for me for this season.
Yeah.
There's some others as well, like of course Arsenal versus Ward.
Yeah.
That's one of the best defensive performances in Ward.
I agree. That to me, that was the most emotional game of the season.
It is. And it is from both sides because at the end of the match, I see one side that was in the happy and next side that extremely disappointed, extremely drained because they put in such a performance only to lose it in the dying moments. And at the end of the day, they escape relegation. Thumbs up, Bournemouth. Yeah, man. Thumbs up to Bournemouth for that. You know, one of my game of the season is Arsenal Aston Villa. Oh,
I mean, I did think before that Jorginho goal, right, or the own goal by Martinez, the way Aston Villa were playing, I didn't see us winning that, right? And to know that they were leading and we came back and they took the lead again and it was a ding dong, and how they were attacking with confidence and playing, just that one moment of magic from Jorginho. And then once that goal went in, we got the other one to win 4.
That was a
one. And another honorable mention is the Liverpool 4 and Tottenham 3.
Liverpool again.
That game right there. If it wasn't for Arsenal, I would put that one at first. Because after Richarlison came on and thought that he had saved it for Tottenham, took his shirt off and, was celebrating, uncontrollable celebration. I think 30 seconds, there goes Liverpool to win it.
One of the relegated team had some really interesting match. Southampton. The 3-3 against Tottenham. The 3-3 against Arsenal.
Yeah.
And the 4-3 against Nottingham Forest.
Hey.
And on the final day with them and Liverpool.
Yeah, 4-4.
4-4.
I tell you.
I mean, Southampton was really in the dog fight.
You can see that they were fighting, the amount of goals that they were scoring. Look, 4-4, then 4-3 to Nottingham Forest, 3-3, and then 3-3 with us.
Yes.
So it's not like goals were their problem.
It wasn't, but they had an entertaining match.
Trust me, the season, we know it ended, a bit sore for Arsenal fans, but there were some nail-biting moments. There were some happy moments.
Yes.
Liverpool fans experience a lot of that as well.
And let's not forget the match between Newcastle and Manchester City.
Yeah, that Trippier free kick at the end.
Yeah, that match ended in a trio. That was a very entertaining match for us neutral fans.
Yeah, man. The season it didn't disappoint.
It
did not disappoint.
It provided entertainment right through.
And honestly, listeners, if there's any games that, let's say you missed the season, you didn't catch some of the games and you want to know how entertaining the season was, the games that we just mentioned, check out the highlight.
Yes.
Try and watch the game.
Trust me, I won't be disappointed.
None at all. But JRP, who do you think was the overachieving team or teams of the season?
Let's start off with Newcastle.
Yeah.
We didn't expect that. I'm just going to leave it there.
None at all. They weren't even in the conversation.
Yes. Arsenal as well. Didn't expect that.
None at all. And let me add something to the Arsenal real quick. It wasn't even the fact that we finished second, It was the manner of how we played all season long and the fact that we were the team now that was challenging City.
That was a big surprise.
Yeah.
Big surprise. Definitely bright. Didn't expect.
Yes.
Especially losing one of their most important aspect of the club, Graham Potter.
But it doesn't even stop with Potter. They took Potter, Cucurella,
Ben White left,
Ben White, what's his name? Basuma.
Bissouma left, and those players are very integral players in Brighton. And the ship kept afloat.
But the ship, it looked like the ship get a whole new remodel because
Exactly.
here comes in the likes of the Undav one, the Encisos, right? Estopinian. It's like the players that left, nobody missed
They
them.
were missing.
No, nobody missed them.
And one of the clubs that we didn't mention in this segment are their players, Brentford City.
Yeah, definitely.
Brentford City was a surprise package as well.
I mean, to us, yes, maybe not to Ivan Tony. Probably had something riding on it. No, seriously, I need to stop. Poking the bear. Ivan Tony. I am sorry. I apologize.
I wonder if you put in a bet that they would have stayed up.
Hey, this guy bet against his own team,
So anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
And I would say Fulham and Aston Villa.
Yeah. Fulham and definitely Villa.
Those were some very overachieving teams for me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I can't find fault with any that is.
Maybe I miss maybe one or two, but listeners, feel free to just chip in and just add
I can't see any that you miss. Those were some of the top teams that shook up the EPL season.
I would love the surprise.
No, we cannot look at the teams that surprised and overachieved this season without looking at the teams that didn't live up to expectation.
I'm going to throw in a very controversial one.
Before you even throw in the controversial one, let me go first. The team that definitely did not live up to expectation, Chelsea.
Yes.
And again, I don't have a problem with Chelsea, right? I don't have a problem with Chelsea fans. But Chelsea was the team that was now touted to break the City and Liverpool rivalry. It was touted to come in now and, give City a challenge. Boy, were we wrong.
No, wrong big time. The influx of new players and Chelsea were all over the places. They just couldn't get it right.
No. It's like your foot stuck in mud, and every time they try to pull out, it just slips down back.
But for me, and like I said, it's going to cause a big controversy.
Yeah.
And even though they finished third, Manchester United.
Oh, yeah, that's a bit controversial now.
Yeah, I tell you why.
Yes.
With the likes of Liverpool struggling.
Yeah.
Chelsea struggling. Tottenham struggling. They let in Arsenal to do the fight.
Yeah.
And this is a Manchester United team that pretty much have a set team.
Yes, they've been together for a while.
And when these teams are out of the title, you think Manchester United took up the slap and run away with it.
Yeah, you have a point because
they didn't.
Yeah, the team has been together for a while. It's not like an influx of players are, it's a whole new team.
They finished third, but they could have done far much better.
I mean, in all fairness, Manchester United was in the title race for a week.
But many of us thought when we saw the likes of Liverpool struggling, Chelsea, Tottenham, we believe that this would have been the Manchester United show. No, we didn't expect it to be the Arsenal show. I didn't expect them and Newcastle fighting it out for the third place spot.
Yeah, that is true. It's like, you expect them to be without fighting against City and Arsenal. Let's say City and Arsenal run away with first and second.
Yeah.
You didn't expect such a dog fight with them and Newcastle for third.
We didn't expect it. So even though they finished third and they went to a FA Cup finals last year, they won a League Cup, they did live up to the expectation.
True. No.
And Liverpool as well. Big disappointment.
Yeah. I mean, the second half of the season definitely saved Liverpool from a lot of embarrassment. And I will say a lot of VAR decisions went their way as well. Yeah. Without VAR, I think Liverpool wouldn't even be in the top 10. Biggest disappointment for me, though, Tottenham.
Yeah, with the likes of Richarlison and Bissouma along with Harry Kane.
The fact
and let me take Harry Kane name out of it because he did what he was supposed to.
Yes, but the fact that you finished in the Champions League position last year, right?
Only to lose all this.
And miss out on Europe totally.
We are like broken records on this podcast. We see no reason for Harry Kane to stay. 30 goals not to be rewarded with anything, not even conference.
Again, if we're a broken record, Hurricane and Spurs are the same thing. Consistent
But
30 goals, consistent nothing.
there's no point to seeing such a good player suffer with that club.
Yeah, I agree. It's time to put an end to that relationship personally.
Yeah, pack his bag and leave. Literally, just leave.
Show
If you have to do it the
that's the
unprofessional
point.
way, if you have to do it a Kante way, just do it a Kante way. And
Yeah, just come out and cuss everybody.
trust me, we will understand it.
Of course, but my final team though, JR, that really did not live up to expectation. And if you can know the trend, while when I pick some teams, I can't find an excuse for them. This team did not live up to expectation whatsoever. However, I have one excuse for them. The lack of signings, the lack of investment.
Oh Lord, that's all at Leicester City.
That's definitely Leicester City.
Leicester
Leicester City is too good to get relegated.
Leicester City is the team that every football fan is just looking at and shaking their head and saying, oh, because this is a side that they won the league, they won the FA Cup,
Yeah.
played in a community shield and one that has only for them to know relegated.
Yeah. When you look, the likes of Everton, Nottingham Forest, Bournemouth. I won't even call Fulham because Fulham is way out of their reach. But Bournemouth, Nottingham Forest, and Everton all secure another season in the Premier League. And Leicester City has more talent than all three of those teams put together, and you're relegated.
Yeah, it was a sad situation.
Biggest club that didn't live up to expectations. Again, while you can put some of the blames on the management and the players, most of that blame lies with the owners. I have to put it right.
There's something left Leicester City when the chairman went
Died.
Yeah.
Come on, rest in peace.
That club just wasn't the same again.
It's like a family, you know. When a member passes,
It is a family because he was
family
loved.
doesn't recover.
He was loved by the community, and when it happened, the entire community more than they cried.
Yeah. It's sad.
Yeah, so he wasn't just a businessman that had a club, was making a profit. He was also a part of the community.
Yeah, he was a better owner than most of the other teams in the league's owners.
By far, because we know that some of these owners just thinking about it.
It's a paycheck. I mean, United fans will tell you that. Arsenal fans can tell you that.
Tad Bowley can tell you that as well.
Well, I don't know about Bowley, you know, because he seems to have business confused. He's spending more than making.
I think he needs to just take a back seat and let the people who know to run a club
run the club. Yeah, definitely. Now, I want to get your input on my last two questions, but there's also something I want to pose to the listener.
Yes.
Right? And I'm going with the easier one first.
Go on.
You think the 5 substitution should continue in the league?
Definitely. I don't see any reason go back. I know people will say that the much bigger side we use it as advantage.
Right.
There's a lot of football being played
and a lot of injuries.
And it is just not even in the league when it said these players are going out on international duties, playing international football for 2 weeks, all to coming back on play cup competition, then back in the league. So there's a lot of football. You would have to find a way to know to rotate these players.
Yeah.
And like I said, injuries have always been a big concern. Come on.
Yeah, man.
Many teams are suffering from it. We used to suffer from it in the past.
And that's why they call it, you know, the 5th substitution, the concussion.
The concussion, yeah. And not many teams have used that this season. I guess we really need to look at the data and see what they said that use. But based on memory and based on the match that we have watched, I can't recall many clubs using that trump card right there.
It's there, it works, it should definitely stay. Again, people, when you listen to this episode, leave it in the comments because as usual, we reply to everybody. No, the most controversial one, JRP, and this is something that before it came in, me and you advocated for it and called for it. It basically kind of embarrassed us at times.
At that time.
But you think VAR should stay?
Yes, VAR should stay. Some of the persons operating VAR should go.
I agree.
VAR is not the issue. The technology is there.
And that is it. I don't know if a lot of people have a hidden agenda or some bias, but I think that VAR should definitely stay.
And they should arrive at decision much sooner as well.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take 3 minutes to arrive at a decision. My next thing as well, the people that are discussing the VAR decisions, they need to be mic'd up.
The ref.
Yeah, man, the refs, they need a mic so that we can
Right.
actually hear how they come about these decisions. You cannot forget to draw lines and things like that.
Oh no, that is just embarrassing.
So VAR definitely stays. I agree with you, but some of the people operating VAR, they need to go.
Can't say that we are the best league in the world.
With the worst officials. People, let us know your views on this. What do you think? You know, should VAR stay? And if it should stay, what changes would you implement?
Yeah, that would be interesting.
But you
And
know,
also on the 5 substitution as well.
yeah, man. You know, JRP, overall, it was a great season. You know, regardless of where we finished, it was a really good season. Totally entertaining. The only thing that could have made the season better was Arsenal actually winning the league.
Can't be that easy, right?
True. We're Arsenal. We have to make it hard.
Again, well done to Manchester City. Well done to them for winning the FA Cup. And, you know, congratulations to the teams that are in the top 4. Congratulations to the team that managed to survive the relegation. Big up to the 3 promoted teams that managed to stay up one more season. That's
Yeah.
never been done in the
No.
era of the English
This is a
Premier League.
first. Yeah, man.
And definitely big up to the players that kept us entertained right through these couple of months, and the managers that 15 managers that lost their job. Well, just chin up,
Chin up.
chin up. That's all I can say. Chin
Yeah,
up and try
definitely.
again.
Chin up. Again, JRP, tell the people and where look 1,000. Is it 1,000 on TikTok?
Yes, we need 1,000 followers. Why? Because we want to go live on TikTok and interact with our fans as well.
Yeah, man. And you know, once we hit that 1,000 mark, I'll definitely be rolling out the Jamaican Arsenal jersey.
Yes, I want to see Zayn in that as well. And definitely always follow us on YouTube as well. We're planning to go live on that as well. We're smoothing out things. You know, we did a testing phase the other day. We saw like an issue. And we're smoothing things. So we're definitely going on a 2 to 3 week break.
Yeah, but we'll be back.
We'll be back. We'll be back with interviews, interesting topic, and definitely we'll always be back with football.
So people, until then, you know, the last of the reel, we ask everybody, smash the like button.
Mash it up.
Yeah, man, just keep sharing it with your friends. Be your brother's keeper.
Definitely, that is important. Be a brother's keepers.
Yeah, man. And like Miss Lou always said, JRP, walk good.
Good up, follow you.